Yes, my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks. Hear ye and be inspired. I have heard the word of the dread lady, and those words have led me to you. I bring you greetings and a message from my lovely and powerful mistress. Prepare to be enlightened. Well, the greeting is actually from me. My mistress isn't big on the niceties of social interaction. The message, however, is definitely meant for you. You look just like the person she showed me in my vision dream. Relax, it was a perfectly innocent vision dream. An image in my head so I'd recognize you, you understand. She ordered me to deliver a letter. The one over there on that table, actually. May the blessings of the Dread Lady be upon you, chosen mortal. My mistress's letter waits over there. I had to put it down. For some reason, carrying it all this way made my skin itch and my head tingle, and not in a good way. Only you can read it, or so the Dread Lady informed me. I am too lowly to speak of my mistress in anything more than euphemisms and hushed tones. She is the darkness and the dead of night, the arcane fire burning in oblivion. I am but her humble prophet. If you want to know more, then read the letter. I am a prophet, charged with carrying the words of the Dread Lady herself. Cultist, however, is an insulting term. I am a true believer, a faithful servant of, well, of an entity I'd rather not mention in a public space. Makes the locals nervous.
What interest does a Dagon cult have in this place? Flea?
Do your worst, Remora. I'll tell you nothing.
I'll squeeze the knowledge out of you. Damn. I forgot how fragile mortals can be. Ah, here you are, and not a moment too soon. As you can see, the same cultists from the Cauldron have come to this desolate place. Despite a minor setback due to the fragility of the mortal form, I will learn the reason for their interest. Since the events at the Cauldron, I have been chasing these Dagonists. After running into a few dead ends, I encountered an obstacle. It pains me to admit it, but this requires a mortal's touch. I need your assistance, little mortal. One of the Imperial caches lies beyond that doorway. Unfortunately, the entrance has been warded to prevent entry by anyone, including Daedric entities. I need you to shatter the ward and help me discover the secret behind these hidden caches. Take this amulet. It cost me a great deal, but it should allow you to destroy the ward and open the way into the hidden annex. We must find the cache before the Dagon cultists get their hands on its contents. The fate of your world depends on it. The amulet should allow you to remove the ward so we may enter the concealed annex. I had it specifically constructed just for this purpose, but it will only function for a mortal. Hurry now. I haven't got all day. I acquired a map from the Mehrunes Dagon cultists that indicates an Imperial cache is hidden inside. I want to reach that cache before they do, and find out what Emperor Leovic thought was important enough to hide from mortals and Daedra alike. Don't the actions of the Daedric princes, when turned in this direction, always concern the fate of this particular ball of mud? The Longhouse Emperors have protected a secret for 3 generations. A secret that involves Mehrunes Dagon. A secret guarded from mortals and Daedra alike that involves the Prince of Destruction? I do not think the threat could be any more clear if they painted us a picture. What form that threat will take, however, that is what I hope to ascertain. How remarkably narrow-minded you mortals can be. What is your definition of evil? Do I care for the lives of mortals? No. Do you care for the lives of ants that crawl beneath your feet? Our interests are aligned at this time. That should suffice. I saw the Dagonists use magic to temporarily disable the ward. Their power is limited, however, and the ward reasserted itself before I could follow them. Only power akin to the amulet can totally destroy the ward. Do you assume I am without resources? That I do not have connections in both the Mundus and throughout the plains of oblivion? I have given you the amulet, and it will do its job. Nothing else matters, little mortal. The protective ward is deadly to Daedra. As a mortal, you are perfectly immune to any such dangers. The ward simply bars your way. Besides, the amulet can only be used by a mortal. That's part of the reason it can destroy the ward. As a mortal, you are immune to the harmful effects of the protective ward. As long as it is in place, however, it will prevent either of us from passing through the warded doorway. That is its primary function, after all. The ward has fallen. Let us see what waits inside. I sense more wards ahead. Deal with them. I shall wait here. I sense additional wards deeper within. Deal with them and see if the Imperial caches remain intact. I shall wait here until the danger is past. But stay alert, little mortal. The Dagon cultists can be dangerous in large numbers. Yes. Now that I've studied the energy, I can detect it quite clearly. Getting through the initial ward must have expended a tremendous amount of power. I suspect the cultists haven't recovered enough as yet to replicate their earlier efforts. If you cease your prattling and get on with it, yes. But do hurry. And remember, I cannot risk getting too close to these wards, so you'll need to deal with a Dagonist on your own.
From the sides!
You destroyed the wards. I felt each one shatter in turn. Well done, little mortal. Now tell me, what did you find? Let me see them. A collection of apparently mundane items, at least on the surface. But look at this scroll. It not only bears the seal of the last Longhouse Emperor, it has been ensorcelled so that it cannot be unfurled or read. Interesting. Architectural plans from the looks of it, and not the mundane engineering so common to your world. No, these plans include powerful Daedric elements. Some sort of vault, obviously, strengthened and enhanced by a complex arcane matrix. Intriguing. It marks a location in Blackwood, Ne Salas, another ruin, and perhaps another annex. I'll open a portal to take you there. Keep the amulet. It retains power enough to deal with a few more wards. While you search, I shall try to read the scroll. This portal will take you to Ne Salas. Raid the caches while I deal with the ensorcelled scroll.
We can use all the help we can get here.
We'll remain here to secure the area.
One more step and you get an arrow in the knee. Hey, you don't look like a cultist. Hey, you're that adventurer who helped me at Blackdrake Villa. How'd you know I was going to be here? Never mind that for now. I'm just glad to see you. Between the Covenant soldiers and the cultists, I could use the assistance. Looking for a hidden Imperial cache? Problem is, I ran into this band of wood elves under assault from Covenant soldiers and a group of insane Daedric cultists. That reminds me, what are you doing here? The cultists are after the cache too? That explains a lot. Their leader is someone called Doombringer Eshel. I know, right? He's got a scholar lady who follows him around like a sad puppy. Farther in, if I had to guess. The cult leader paid off the soldiers and they let the cultists just wander on through. If you can clear a path, I'll get these wood elves to safety and then follow after you. We can meet up when you locate the cache. Not much. I heard a few of the cultists mention his name. Said it with a mixture of awe and respect. I think they're afraid of him. I noticed that the woman scholar stayed close to the leader's side. She was explaining the history of this place. I found a journal in Blackdrake Villa, a hidden refuge of the Longhouse Emperors. It was in some kind of code, so it took me a while to figure out what it said. Well, actually, I had someone decipher it for me. Even deciphered, the journal didn't make much sense. Emperor Leovic wrote it. Lots of crazy talk about annexes around Tamriel where he hid caches related to something he called the Emperor's Secret. I decided to investigate, so here I am. Once I get these wood elves out of here, I'll catch up with you.
To the side!
Circle around!
Go around!
Move to flank!
The cultists. They destroyed the ward and marched right in. This whole situation, it's gone roots up faster than a Nord eats pie. We were trying to get back to the others, avoiding the soldiers as best we could. But we ran right into the cultists. They wounded me, but I played dead. Watched the Scholar Lady work her magic and break the ward. They headed inside, and a wood elf slipped out of the shadows. But not one of my mates. Said her name was Everly Sharp Arrow. She made sure I wasn't bleeding too badly, and went in after the cultists. Don't shake any branches on my account. I just need a moment, and then I'll sneak out of this place. Can't say the same about my mates, though. But if you plan to help Everly and do something about those cultists, you better get a move on.
Hey, over here! You need to see this! What took you so long? Never mind, never mind. Look down there. That's the cult leader and the Scholar Lady I told you about. And that must be the Imperial cache. What can I say? I'm as fast as a leaf on the wind and silent as a shadow. I suggest we take different paths to that chamber, just in case. I'll meet you down there. Last one to put an arrow in the cultist is a sour gore apple. That's an odd question. I was hired to find another book at Black Drake Villa and came across the journal. I was curious and I had some time, so I had the journal deciphered. Turned out to be a lot of ramblings. Emperor Leovic was either crazy or desperate. The coded message had that sort of air about it. But yes, he alluded to some end-of-the-world level stuff along with the rest of his crazy. I came here to see if there was any truth to the danger, to go along with his obvious delusions.
We must recover the Daedric weapons, Pettigrew. Bring me the contents of that cache as soon as you have them.
I will not fail, Doombringer. I'll have the wards down momentarily. Interesting. Well, different. Perhaps divination provide insight.
Circle around!
Complex. More layers than previous wards. Wait. I sense intruders. Keep them back while I finish my work. It appears to require a special key. Disastrix Maglagor. Deal with the interlopers.
Let disaster rain upon you, fool!
Eat arrows, creepy cult lady! My arrows always strike true. Can you open that Imperial cache? Hang on, let me try. Hey, that actually worked! Look out, Daedra!
Lower your weapon, elf. I'll confer with the other mortal after they search the cache.
What did you find? Anything interesting in there? Well, what was inside the cache? Have we finally discovered the secret of the Longhouse Emperors? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's a code, all right. Imperial. Just like in the journal I found at Black Drake Villa. I know someone who can decipher this. He helped me with the journal. I'm sure I can get him to translate this scroll, too. Not far from here, just outside Eldenroot. Just look for the camp with all the books in it. I'll meet you there. Let's just say I've known him for a very long time, and I trust him with my life. Like I said, he translated the journal I found. The one written by Emperor Leovic that led me here. Tell me why we should trust that Daedra lady, though. Well, after everything we went through in Orsinium, I suppose that's not too much to ask. If you think the Daedra lady can help us, that's good enough for me. I'm going to keep an eye on her, though. You can't count your seeds before they sprout.
Now that you've satisfied the Wood Elf's curiosity, it's time to satisfy mine. Show me what the cache contained, little mortal. We already knew this concerned Emperor Leovic, and I cannot read those coded words. As much as this mystery intrigues me, it has also begun to bore me. If we don't solve some piece of the puzzle soon, I may just look elsewhere for entertainment. The fate of your world, little mortal, not mine. But do not fear. The mortal realm has always amused me. I will aid you as I can, provided such efforts continue to benefit me as well. Alas, I cannot help decipher the Emperor's code. So, the Wood Elf is useful after all. Interesting. I will open a portal to this Eldenroot to expedite your journey. When the opportunity presents itself, ask the Wood Elf how she was able to break that ward. I sense something powerful. Not yet, but I have my finest Banekin working on it even as we speak. Go, little mortal. Solve the mysteries before you while I ponder the various clues we've pulled together. I will find you when one of us has something new to report. This portal shall take you to Eldenroot. Do not dally. I sense there's more to this mystery than the politics of emperors.
A Daedric portal? Do you suppose it's safe? All right, all right. If I wasn't in a hurry, though, I'd be looking for a different form of transportation. I'll see you in Elden Root. Meet Baragon. Baragon, this is my friend. We've got a scroll to show you. Go on. Show the scroll to Baragon. You can trust him, and he's very good at deciphering coded messages.
Evely says you have something for me to look at. Let me take a look. Imperial, all right. Specifically, this is Emperor Leovic's personal code. Luckily, I know it well. Unfortunately, I don't have Leovic's signet ring. Without that, I can't decipher the code. You have a signet ring? Why, yes, this does appear to be Emperor Leovic's. At least it's one of them. He certainly loved his jewelry. So first that journal that Evely brought me, and now this. What have you and my sister gotten into this time? My younger sister, yes. I used to regale her with stories of my adventures, back before I became a scribe in Emperor Morikar's court. I worked for both him and his son Leovic. Evely says I sling words the way she looses arrows, fast and on target. Technically, I was an adventurer, then a scribe. Turned out I preferred ink and parchment to danger and daring do. Unfortunately, I think I put the wrong ideas into little Evely's head. Anyway, the scroll's over there. Deciphered and everything. Really? She's told me all about you. You were all over her letters from Orsinium, and when she got back, she rarely said 5 words that didn't include some anecdote of your time together. You really made an impression. Nice to finally meet you.
Go on, you read it. I'm too nervous. Written words become all blurry and jumbled when I get nervous. Well, what did the scroll say? Do we finally know the Emperor's secret? Varl Lupus? He hired me to investigate Black Drake Villa. But why is the word ambitions capitalized? It must mean something special. Thanks for helping me. Here, take part of what Lupus already paid me. There's more if you come with me to Riften. The deciphered document. It mentions the person who hired me, Foral Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway.